The imminent clash between the two leaders is quickly relayed to all combat personnel by both the Operations Command Center and Satoru Tomoya's network. Upon hearing the news, Zhang Yi's gaze turns toward the center of Jiangning Square, where he senses two powerful forces rising, each no less formidable than his own. A thought crosses his mind about going to support Deng Shintong, but he dismisses it instantly. He reasons that he doesn't understand Deng Shintong's abilities or Eclipse Moon's trump cards, and poor coordination could be detrimental. He also cannot guarantee Eclipse Moon lacks other backups. Zhang Yi concludes that headquarters created favorable conditions for the Celestial Squad, and he believes Deng Shintong can handle it. He calmly states that even the worst-case scenario is acceptable to him, and he will use the Celestial Squad as bait to probe Eclipse Moon's trump cards. Following headquarters orders, he ignores the central battle and rushes toward the northern front several kilometers away. On the western front, Bai Chunyu, Li Taichang, and Luo Tianxian face Daikoku Kainobu, Sakuraba Yoshimitsu, and Kurosawa Akagabe. Seeing the vice-captain of the Celestial Squad enter the fray, Sakuraba and Kurosawa can no longer remain spectators. They stand up and position themselves about 10 body lengths behind Daikoku Kainobu, a distance maintained even by teammates due to his uncontrollable, friend or foe indiscriminate strength. Bai Chunyu's smile vanishes, replaced by a chilling coldness. He declares they should begin quickly as they have little time to waste. As he speaks, his body becomes ethereal and disintegrates, transforming into countless white snowflakes. He utters snowflakes fall upon the world, and the surrounding temperature plummets further, extinguishing residual heat from the bombardment and intensifying the snowfall, enveloping the entire battlefield. Daikoku Kainobu squints, searching for Bai Chunyu, but realizes the opponent is everywhere in the snow. Suddenly, massive blizzards sweep toward him from 3 directions. He swings his dragonfly cutter in a horizontal slash, but it has no effect on the millions of snowflakes. The blizzard engulfs him completely. The snowflakes, now sharp as blades, relentlessly slice across his body with a sound like throwing knives, creating countless fine cuts that draw blood, a sensation akin to being sliced 1,000 times. Daikoku Kainobu roars in pain and swings his weapon wildly, but cannot shatter the countless snowflakes. He unleashes a powerful aura to disperse them, but more snowflakes gather, even forming a massive dome above him. Bai Chunyu's cold voice echoes, questioning if he can shatter snowflakes no matter his strength. Suddenly, a gap opens in the snow wall. Li Taichang, clad in heavy armor and wielding a massive anchor, charges like a humanoid titan and smashes the anchor down toward Daikoku's head. Daikoku blocks with his dragonfly cutter in a panic, the collision producing a deafening sound that shatters the ground beneath them. Li Taichang's eyes turn serious, his surprise attack was blocked with one hand. Daikoku Kainobu bares his fangs in a maniacal laugh, praising Li Taichang's strength as interesting. Li Taichang retorts arrogant and attacks with the anchor while his other hand swings a chain with a meteor hammer, aiming for Daikoku's chest. Bai Chunyu's snowflake assault continues unabated. However, Sakuraba Yoshimitsu and Kurosawa Akagabe step in to support Daikoku. Sakuraba grips his right wrist with his left hand, points his right hand at Daikoku, and releases an invisible shockwave. Both Bai Chunyu and Li Taichang immediately feel their bodies grow heavy and movements sluggish. They realize their opponent's ability is gravity manipulation. Sakuraba Yoshimitsu's gravity field significantly relieves the pressure on Daikoku Kainobu, as he is accustomed to cooperating with this ability. However, Bai Chunyu and Li Taichang are severely hampered. Daikoku seizes the opportunity and swings his dragonfly cutter at Li Taichang's forehead. Li Taichang narrows his eyes, quickly retreats to create distance, and swings his chain, aiming the meteor hammer at Daikoku's chest. Daikoku, having experienced Li Taichang's strength, does not recklessly take the blow and deflects it with his weapon. Li Taichang, though in heavy armor, moves with remarkable speed, adapting his movements to the gravity field and skillfully engaging Daikoku in close combat. He declares himself first-rate in both technique and strength, feeling no fear facing the Yokozuna. He believes in himself and his team. Bai Chunyu's snowfall in the human world is severely impeded by the gravity field, making the snowflakes difficult to control. He orders Luo Tianxian to take down the gravity manipulator. Luo Tianxian acknowledges and pushes off the ground, leaping into the air. In midair, he sprouts enormous white wings and transforms into a giant bird. Luo Tianxian is a beastman-type ability user of the rare beast species Snow Mountain Thunder Falcon. He soars hundreds of meters high, using his eagle eye ability to dynamically detect all movement on the ground. He locks onto Sakuraba Yoshimitsu's location, opens his mouth, and unleashes a white lightning bolt that slashes down like a sword. Sakuraba, prepared due to witnessing the transformation, leaps backward dozens of meters in a bizarre, weightless manner. He applies his gravity field to himself, reducing his effective weight to that of a half-moon gravity planet, greatly enhancing his speed and strength. Luo Tianxiang lets out a loud cry, lightning coalescing in his claws as multiple bolts crash down toward the ground, targeting all three Eclipse Moon members. Soaring high, he surveys the battlefield like a king, confident that few can attack him at this range. However, Kurosawa Akage removes his black leather jacket, revealing a massive black hand cannon on his right arm. He declares hunting time, raises the cannon, and fires a beam of yellow light that transforms into a bright pillar shooting toward Luo Tianxiang. Luo Tianxiang spins in mid-air, dodging the attack with his incredible aerial speed. Just as Bai Chunyu prepares to transform back into snowflakes to assist, he hears Li Taichan's cry for help behind him. In the brief span of over 10 seconds, Daikoku Kainobu and Li Taichang have exchanged hundreds of blows. Daikoku's method is simple and brutal. He charges forcefully, compelling a contest of pure strength. He wields the sharp dragonfly cutter like a blunt club, slamming it down repeatedly. Li Taichang, enraged, chooses to confront him head-on with his anchor. However, after the exchanges, Li Taichang realizes he is completely outmatched in strength by Daikoku in his 3-meter-tall Tide Tiger form. The dragonfly cutter hacks relentlessly at the anchor. After dozens of impacts, Li Taichang's hands go nearly numb. After 100 rounds, his legs give way, and he collapses to his knees. Daikoku, filled with savage emotion, shows no sign of stopping, intent on smashing the armored figure into pulp. Finally, Li Taichang's arms fail, and the anchor is knocked from his grasp, the strength disparity too great even with his custom Deng's Industries armor. Bai Chunyu is not surprised Li Taichang is outmatched, as Daikoku was Eclipse Moon's second-in-command. He brought Li Taichang precisely to hold the line in a direct confrontation. Despite crying for help, Li Taichang moves swiftly along the ground, swinging his thick iron chain to entangle Daikoku's legs. Seeing this, Bai Chunyu communicates with Luo Tianxiang via their comms, instructing him to hold off the two in the rear while he helps Li Taichang kill the big guy first. Luo Tianxiang agrees. From hundreds of meters high, he unleashes dozens of lightning bolts from his claws toward Kurosawa Akage and Sakuraba Yoshimitsu, forcing them into a steady retreat. Their methods prove extremely ineffective against Luo Tianxiang, who flies at incredible speeds, making even Kurosawa's hand cannon difficult to aim and fire. Li Taichang, overpowered by Daikoku Kainobu in direct combat, could only use his skills to maneuver in buy time while loudly calling for Bai Chunyu's help. Seeing this, Bai Chunyu had no choice but to turn back and join the attack on Daikoku Kainobu. A massive blizzard swept in, with Bai Chunyu transforming into countless snowflakes, largely unaffected even if some were shattered. Daikoku Kainobu, unable to wear armor in his beastman form, faced prolonged attacks like being cut by a dull knife. However, he showed no panic. He scoffed at the notion that muscular Yokozuna were mindless, believing intelligence was key to survival. He raised his 3-meter-long dragonfly cutter high and began spinning it with incredible speed, creating a massive whirlwind around his body. This whirlwind trapped Bai Chunyu's snowflake avatars, preventing their movement. Bai Chunyu was startled by this counter and tried to disperse the blizzard to escape, but Daikoku Kainobu's movements accelerated, forming a visible hurricane. The powerful wind pressure created an absolute pressure difference, forcibly pulling Bai Chunyu back. All the snowflakes were gathered and compressed by the whirlwind into a massive, solidified ice pillar surrounding Daikoku Kainobu. He then leaped high and slammed the ice pillar deep into the earth with a single blow, stomping his right foot to cause a violent earthquake and collapse of earth and rocks, temporarily sealing Bai Chunyu underground. Seeing this, Luo Tianxiang and Li Taichang panicked. Luo Tianxiang changed his target, charging towards Daikoku Kainobu and spitting sharp bolts of lightning from his mouth and claws. The lightning struck Daikoku Kainobu's torso but crackled across his body without causing significant damage. Daikoku Kainobu coldly stated that an attack of that magnitude couldn't even scratch him, clarifying that Luo Tianxiang's lightning was bioelectricity, not true lightning. Luo Tianxiang felt foreboding and an urge to flee, realizing they had underestimated Eclipse Moon's strength. Gritting his teeth, knowing high-ranking officials were observing, he began condensing a larger spherical lightning bolt in his mouth for a fatal blow. However, Daikoku Kainobu suddenly adopted a strange posture, raising the dragonfly cutter, his body drawn like a large bow. Luo Tianxiang realized the intent and tried to dodge, but the dragonfly cutter was launched with top-tier physical strength, emitting a piercing sonic boom at several times the speed of sound. Luo Tianxiang could not dodge. The massive weapon pierced through his body midair, splattering crimson blood and leaving a gaping hole in his chest and abdomen. He felt all strength drain away and plummeted headfirst from hundreds of meters in the air. Li Taichang's eyes widened in fury and terror. With Bai Chunyu sealed and Luo Tianxiang's fate unknown, he was left alone to face 3 enemies. Even in his custom Deng group armor, he felt terrified. Daikoku Kainobu sneered at him and charged forward like lightning. Li Taichang roared, dragging his iron chain, picking up the massive anchor, and charged to meet him. Daikoku Kainobu suppressed Bai Chunyu with one move and pierced Luo Tianxiang with one spear thrust, taking down two of the three strongest celestial squad fighters in a short time. This scene was observed from the command center, causing Zhu Zhang to grind his teeth in anger. The swift and complete annihilation was unacceptable. Tu Yunlai and others were also shocked, as their optimal personnel allocation had failed. On the battlefield, only Li Taichang remained, struggling alone. Daikoku Kainobu looked down at him with excited, predatory eyes, thrilled to face an enhanced superhuman of this caliber. Cold sweat poured down Li Taichang's forehead, but he had no choice but to fight to the death. He gritted his teeth and activated a switch in his glove, causing a short needle from his armor to pierce his skin, injecting the Blizzard City biotechnology drug, Compound 2. This experimental drug granted tremendous short-term power but had severe side effects and a high chance of death even if he survived the crisis. Compound 2 entered his bloodstream, causing a powerful burning sensation. He felt like he was about to explode and desperately needed to release the immense power. Daikoku Kainobu saw this change and smiled wider with excitement, declaring he wanted to fight him one-on-one and telling others not to interfere. Li Taichang, eyes bloodshot, roared and charged. For 3 minutes, the sounds of explosions and clashing weapons echoed. Then silence returned. Sakurabai Yoshimitsu held Gu Feiyu's head. Bai Chunyu's fate was unknown. Li Taichang had completely vanished, leaving only his strangely designed, heavy armor and scattered bloodstains on the ground. By constantly pushing his limits with Compound Number 2 in the high-intensity battle, his limbs had rapidly disintegrated. The Western Front was utterly defeated. Daikoku Kainobu's eyes held disappointment, lamenting that it ended too soon. Behind him, Kurosawa Akagame calmly stated the outcome was predetermined, as Takeuchi Mayumi's divination had never been wrong. At the command center, Zhu Zhang's face was terribly grim, his voice trembling as he questioned how a total defeat was possible. Lan Xinqing stepped forward to comfort him, stating that the enemy was Eclipse Moon's top combat force and that as long as they won on other battlefields, especially if Deng Shintong succeeded in decapitation, they would still be victorious. Zhu Zhang raised his head with chillingly gloomy eyes, remaining silent as he watched the other battle lines. On the northern front, the situation was different. Vice Captain Liao Honlei arrived alone. Although both were vice captains, Liao Honlei was a pure martial arts fighter, unlike the strategist Bai Chunyu. At the cost of Zheng Yang, Zhuo Feiyu, and others, he had gained insight into the abilities of Kamaya Nebuto and Akutsu Shinichiro. A sudden surprise attack crippled them instantly. Just as Liao Honlei was about to finish them, a gigantic fiery red hound emerged from the thick fog and pounced on him. The second in command of Eclipse Moon, the Onmyoji Jinguji Saikairo, joined the battle with 5 Shikigami, the Golden Giant Ape Kinmaru, the Silver Six-Tailed Fox Jinmaru, the Azure Blue Bird Amaru, the Crimson Three-Headed Dog Akamaru, and the Grey Crow Greymaru. Seeing Jinguji Saikairo, Liao Honlei's face lit with fierce fighting spirit, taunting him for stealing unorthodox Chinese methods. Through his earpiece's translation, Jinguji Saikairo understood and sneered, quoting a Chinese saying about disciples not necessarily being inferior to masters, claiming they had grasped something even better. As he spoke, Liao Honlei moved swiftly, charging towards him. Jinguji Saikairo merely waved his right hand, and the golden Kinmaru blocked Liao Honlei's path while the three-headed demon hound Akamaru, engulfed in hellfire, attacked from another direction. Liao Honlei calmly observed, noting the melee-type Shikigami and the support-type Grey Crow. He reacted quickly, throwing a punch at Kinmaru. The power of the 100-step divine. Fist reverberated, reaching Kinmaru instantly and tearing a huge gash in its abdomen. However, a golden light immediately healed the wound. Kinmaru roared and charged, raising its fists to slam down on Liao Honlei's head.